I cannot get these random e-bike companies to stop sending me their bikes, even though I've made it abundantly clear I don't like them. So maybe this will get the message across. Let's talk about it. Hey everyone, Josh here again with Daily Mountain Bike Rider, and if you have not seen my previous e-bike videos, go check them out because these people keep sending me e-bikes. I don't want them to, I don't like them, and they don't watch my videos. And I get these emails every week. They sound something like this. We love your channel, we love your content, and we want to send you an e-bike. Or, we think you're great for the e-bike community. And it is comical because obviously I'm not, because as you're going to hear, I don't really like these e-bikes. So I have to conform to my commitments and show you each of these e-bikes and tell you my review of them. Let's jump in. Okay, first up is this company that misspelt the word Crusher, and somehow they accidentally sent me 2 e-bikes, which, thanks. Anyway, this is the Cyrusher Kotoro. I don't know how it sounds. This one's actually pretty cool because it's a step through, but it's the same as all the other e-bikes I've reviewed. It's got big wheels. This one has 2 fenders. It has gold front stanchions, which is like pretty swanky. Hydraulic brakes. Overall, this bike seems pretty great, and that's pretty sturdy. All right, let's go to the second Crusher, and this I'm gonna call the Super Crusher. This one is dual suspension, but unlike the other dual suspension I've reviewed, this rear suspension does absolutely nothing, which is perfect because you don't really need a cheap e-bike to, except it has this huge dual crown fork, which is designed for downhill mountain bikes that are actually designed for going off-road. This bike isn't though. Besides that, it just looks beefy. It has a good rack on the back, and overall seems like a decent bike. So there you go. Next up, this is not a bike. This is a van, as evidenced by the sign that it says Vanpower. So it's got the powers of a van in the capacity of a bike. And literally, this is spec for spec, just like all the other main e-bikes. I will say the way the battery sits on here on the top, I think is pretty cool looking. And I'm not joking. I think this is like the best looking generic e-bike. It's probably $1,600. It's probably not worth it, but there's the Vanpower. All right, next up, I actually kind of like this bike. This is called the Freego EV. You've probably seen e-bikes like this, and that they don't have an adjustable seat. They kind of have BMX handlebars. They only have 1 gear, but this thing is epic. Like, it is exactly as you think it is. It's not very comfortable, it's not ergonomic, but it does go very fast. It has a throttle, and it has a cool headlight. The only thing is they sent me this e-bike and it doesn't have a key for it, which means this battery doesn't stay on here. So I'll go over a bump and then the battery will fall out. And so that's kind of annoying, but I really do like that bike. It's a good one.
This is where I realized I had another foldable bike that I sold like a little bit before this. So here's that one.
And this is another foldable. This one is called an ENGWE. I don't know, because all the branding does not match. Like this one says ENGIN or ME, and this one is the other way. This one's the other way. I don't know. I think they made a mistake. But anyway, this is a foldable bike. This one had the most power, and it has an adjustable height on it. So if you're a taller person, I think this foldable would be great for you. All right, back to previous Josh now.
Thanks, old Josh. Sorry about that. Back to the other bikes.
All right, last one is the Hitt Road, because when I think of e-bikes, I think about hitting the road. Now, you'll notice something. I'm 5'9". I'm not a giant, but I look like a giant on this e-bike. This is called the Comp Junior because it's a smaller version. This would be great for somebody who's like under 6'5", 6'7". And I looked up the retail on this bike is like $600, and it doesn't have the fat tires. It doesn't have hydraulic disc brakes. It is just like a very simple e-bike. It even has a 2x front drivetrain, which is kind of garbage. Overall, if you want a very, very, very cheap e-bike to get you from A to B, this bike would be great. So anyway, those are 5 more e-bikes. I think I'm done getting sent free e-bikes. They take up way too much space in my garage, and then I have to make these videos, and I feel bad kicking over these e-bikes. Okay, I don't feel bad about kicking over the e-bikes, but I'm kind of tired of it. So I'm gonna take a break from free e-bikes. I know you guys like watching these videos because they're ridiculous, but at the end of the day, again, if you're a company who says you watch my videos, you don't send me any more free e-bikes ever, unless I tell you I actually do like one and want one, which probably won't happen. You know what time it is. Don't spend too much time watching a guy kick over some e-bikes in his front yard. Get out there, ride your bike. Make sure you do it every day. This was a very dumb idea. I do it for you, YouTube.